Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Bad International. I'm PJ, the founder and owner of Bad International. So today we have a very special video for you guys. As you can see in front of us, we have the John Wick set. Here we have the knife from Microtech. We also have the gold coins that come with it. And then here we have the Taran Tactical Pit Viper, his pistol in John Wick 4. For now, we'll focus more on the pistol, so we'll set this aside first. If you're not familiar with Taran Tactical Innovations, it was founded back in 2011 by Taran Butler. Taran Butler, of course, he's a very famous USPSA Grandmaster who's won multiple championships, by the way. He actually won championship with this pistol right here. Taran Tactical Innovations, they're very famous for training A-list celebrities, and then they also provide firearms to movies and TV series. Of course, this pistol is more famous for being in John Wick 4, John Wick's pistol, or if you watch the Terminal List with Chris Pratt. Aside from the Pit Viper, they also make the Sand Viper, which is similar to this one, except it's red dot only. First off, let's talk about how much it would set you back if you were to purchase this Taran Tactical Pit Viper here in the Philippines. Now, these go for around 1.2 million to 1.3 million pesos. It's around 24,000 US dollars, give or take, which is a lot of money. First of all, is it worth it? Is it worth getting this pistol for that price? Personally speaking, it's a pretty good gun. We've actually fired it. We've had over 1,000 rounds through it. We've just got it recently. It's more of a collector's gun. So if you're not a big fan of John Wick, I mean, who isn't a big fan of John Wick? If you're not actually a gun collector, we recommend staying away from this gun. It's pretty pricey, to be honest. We used to think, you know, 1 million pesos would get you a room full of guns. Turns out that will just get you one pistol. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, you know, it's insane, man. You know, I really thought it would get me, like, you know, wall full of guns, but, you know. So let's talk about what you get for 1.2 million pesos. First off, you get the gun. Weapon light not included, of course. We just added that. You get the gun, and then it comes in this Savior equipment bag. And then inside the bag, of course, you get the firearm, and then you get 3 17-round magazines with the Taran Tactical Innovations base pad. We just added these 20-round magazines from Staccato. They work perfectly in the gun. And then aside from the magazines, you also get this fiber optic inserts if you want to change the color of your front sight. So what you get here is a 4.5-inch bull barrel with a compensator up front. So that's what makes the Pit Viper special. It shoots pretty flat, actually. So you can shoot this pretty fast and it stays on target. It's easier to stay on target with this thumb rest here that we added on this X300. Now this wing, as we featured in our previous video, it's an anti-matter wing for the X300. Here at the slide, you can see that it's Pit Viper on the side and then engraved with Taran Tactical Innovations. It also has the Taran Tactical Innovations logo engraved up top. The barrel, as you can see, it's colored bronze. The back of the hammer is also bronze to match the barrel. Moving on to the frame of the firearm, as you can see here, the frame's pretty sharp. Going back to the slide, you have serrations here up front as well as the back. Makes weapon manipulations easier, kind of like what he did in the movie. Yeah. And then you also have window cuts right here, so you can see the barrel. There's also a window cut on top of the slide, so you can see your very nice barrel. Going back to the compensator, the front sight post is fixed. It doesn't move back with a slide. It makes follow-up shots a whole lot easier. So you can shoot pretty fast, stay on target, and it's very easy to shoot fast with this gun. It's iron sights only. There's no optic cut on the slide. So if you want the optics version, you should go for the Sand Viper, or if you want the actual pistol that was used in John Wick, you go with the Pit Viper. As you can see, the iron sights here, the rear sight is fully adjustable. Oh, one thing to note, when we got this firearm, it wasn't zeroed in from factory. We actually had to zero it in ourselves. It's okay, but it's a bit weird considering that it's an iron sight only pistol. It's a bit weird that it wasn't zeroed in from factory. Moving on to the back of the firearm, as you can see here, it's a bronze hammer that matches the barrel. The safety sits higher than usual compared to like a staccato. This makes it easier to activate. We actually deactivated the grip safety, more personal preference. We actually like to deactivate grip safeties on 2011s and 1911s. And then the grip here is textured aggressively. So if you have sweaty hands, this will help you. The back of the grip is textured as well. The magazine release is extended. And then moving on to the trigger, it's a mix between a curved trigger and a flat trigger. We actually prefer flat triggers, but this curved trigger right here feels more like a flat trigger. The trigger pull weight on this firearm is around 2 pounds. It's very light. And then let me show you the reset. Just right there. It's one of the nicest triggers we've felt, and considering this is stock from Taran Tactical, it's pretty amazing. So when you get this firearm, you don't really need to do anything much to it. If you want to deactivate the grip safety, kind of like what we did, that's probably the only modification you'll have, or a weapon light. So this right here is a 2011 Magwell from Taran Tactical Innovations. Compared to the Sand Viper, this Magwell right here is pretty slim. The one on the Sand Viper is actually a lot larger than this, mostly for competition. This one, you could actually use it for carry. And then onto the back of the Magwell, you can see that it has the Taran Tactical Innovations logo engraved on it. So we'll show you how to disassemble the Pit Viper in this video. One complaint I have about the firearm, doesn't come with a tool to disassemble it. And you need a special tool because the guide rod is different from usual. And we'll show you that in a bit. We actually made an improvised tool from a paper clip that we just broke it off. So to disassemble the firearm, you gotta make sure it's empty, no magazine inserted, chambers empty, fire in a safe direction. First off, you lock the slide back. There's a little hole in the guide rod right there. And that's why you need this little tool right here. So you take your little improvised paper clip and then you stick it right there. That holds the spring in place. There you go. Use the rest of the paper clip to pry this off, like so. And then you just push the slide off of the frame. You can see the frame here is very sharp. You probably try stabbing people with a gun if you're like John Wick or something. So you push the barrel back, and then guide rod as well. Guide rod comes off. So you can see here, the paper clip keeps that spring compressed. And make sure it stays in the guide rod. You don't want your spring flying out. Put this down, and then you just slide the barrel right off of the slide. It's a 4.5-inch bull barrel that's compensated up front with a total length of 5 inches. And then there you have it, guys. The slide, the frame, the bull barrel that's compensated, and then the recoil spring and guide rod. Alright, to put it back together, you put this down and then you insert it into the slide like so. Put it up so you could insert the recoil spring and guide rod. One thing we forgot to mention is that the guide rod has a weird shape like that. So you have to match this angle with the slide. So you insert it. You make sure that the notch is towards the barrel. One technique that we use is we push it forward, put this notch up, push it forward so you could remove the little pin, and then you slowly release it until it locks back like that. Make sure that the notch of the guide rod is facing downwards towards the barrel, and then you slide the slide onto the frame like so. You align the hole like that so you could insert the slide release and takedown. Alright, and then you put it back towards the takedown notch and then you push it in like so, and then you do a function check. That's it. That's how to disassemble and assemble your Pit Viper. So there you have it, guys. We hope you like this video of the Pit Viper. First and foremost, should you buy it? If you got the money for it, and if you're a big fan of John Wick, and if you're a collector, it's great to have one. It's also great to shoot. Really fun range toy. We're still trying it out with concealed carry. We'll make another video on it in the future after we felt it out. We're actually going to take it into a few classes and see how it performs as a concealed carry firearm. Probably not a great idea to carry a 1.2 million peso gun, because if ever you have to use it to protect yourself, it's going to be sitting in evidence for a very long time, and that's a lot of money to be sitting in evidence. So if you're a collector, it's one of those guns that's a must-have. It'll probably go up in value here in the Philippines. It'll probably go up in value in the US as well. In the US, it's around $7,500. Pretty big commitment for a 2011. You probably buy an Atlas for the same price. Here in the Philippines, actually, this gun costs more than an Atlas. You could actually buy an Atlas Nix and a Staccato C2 for the price of one of these. So there's that, you got to keep that in mind. Again, we would like to thank the people that support Bad International. We're able to get this firearm because of you guys, so thank you very much. Make sure to check out our website at www.thebadinternational.com. Every purchase you make feeds our addiction. We can purchase nicer guns if you make more purchases, so please do. It'll help the channel a lot. And plus, you get good quality gear here in the Philippines. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks, guys.